Hello, this is Jackson Militello, and I will be explaining to you my mutant rat. So first of all, we're going to look at the variation in each of the species with the original and the new rat species. The original rat has no nose, no fur, no tail, and only 2 feet. The new rat species has a nose to be able to smell food and to smell if danger is nearby. Has fur to help protect them from the naturally cold environment. Has a smaller body for easier maneuvering and easier to hide. Has a tail, but there's no real significance to survival with the tail. Has 4 legs instead of 2 to make them faster, and smaller feet, which makes them more quiet. Now you can see by both of these drawings, even though they're crude, you can see that they are related to one another. Well, one by the head, by the structure of the body, and even though the rat species looks different, you can still see that they're related. You can also see by the bone structure, which is you can't really tell through these drawings, but you can still see that they are close to one another. And if you look at the DNA, TAC, ATC, ATT, ACT, they're very close to one another in DNA. The natural selection obviously has killed off the original rat because the original rat is pretty useless. Doesn't have a ton of value in the world. The new rat species, on the other hand, has been able to survive all the natural through natural selection, obviously by adding on all of these new features to its body through mutation. The competition for resources due to the new animal that has entered this rat species environment, which we'll call the furry sphinx rat, has very much affected the rat's fitness. It's made it faster, especially with their 4 legs. So it really has helped them, and although lots of them have died through the new species, which is predatorial, it really has helped the fitness of the rat. The adaptation between these 2 rats has really led to not a full speciation, but has created a new species of rat. One that is more adapted to the environment and can survive against harsher circumstances. Now, if we were to pretend that this new rat species, which we'll call the furry sphinx rat, was in a small community, there was a much larger chance that some of the rats will survive a major change, and here's why. When you have a larger community of rats, there's obviously a way better chance that some of the rats will figure out or be lucky enough to survive through natural selection and have the necessary adaptations and mutations to help it survive. That's all from me.